era for American cricket began in 2021.
There he goes into a dive! What a catch!
The rise of cricket was celebrated across the country. Now, with big wickets and even bigger hits, the stars of minor league cricket are back and better than ever.
Primus goes huge!
Don't miss the nation's largest league competing for the biggest prize in American cricket. The Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship returns June 25th.
You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.
They're all there. We have a. Do. How to find that? Give me a second. Okay. Why is it when you want something you don't see it?
Alright, the stream is up, so we can start if you're ready.
The Frost was won by, I don't know.
You don't know? Galaxy one? How
Wait,
can you know?
Sasha, Galaxy won, right?
Good.
I knew it was bad.
Alright, good afternoon and welcome to the Morrisville Cricket Ground in Orlando, Florida. Not the Morrisville Cricket Ground, what am I saying? It is the Silver Star Cricket Ground in Orlando, Florida. We're playing Morrisville today. Orlando Galaxy versus Morrisville, and I am Oliver Pettit, and I am joined today by Rahul Joshi. In 1 minute. He's on the phone right now. The word from the middle this morning is that the Galaxy have won the toss. They've elected to bat.
Yeah.
They will be opening with Nazir and Mitul Patel.
Orlando Galaxy one word dot scorer is the username.
And we'll be getting underway momentarily. The umpires have made their way to the middle. It's a beautiful day, a little bit hot for my liking. There's a nice breeze coming through up here at the commentary position. Let's hope some of that can make its way down to the middle, but for now, it is a scorcher. No rain on the forecast. We had a Saharan dust cloud coming across the Atlantic Ocean, which has been pushing away any precipitation the last couple of days. And I'm now joined by Rahul Joshi. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Wally. How you doing? Good to be here with you today on a blazing hot day at Silver Star, what we call the bowl. I guess in New Zealand it would be the basin.
It would be, yes. We have a couple of iconic grounds called the Basin. Mostly the Basin Reserve would be the big one.
Yep, so this is the first trip of Morrisville down to Orlando. They come from a very picturesque and beautiful ground in Church Street Park. So hopefully one day Silver Star will be a little brother or sister to Church Street Park.
That's the dream. I mean, we have the great workings. We have all the inbuilt embankment and the trees that line the outside. You can see on our wide shot here. It's all set up for it. We just need a few little touches here and there, or get a grass wicket in the middle, and a boundary rope, and a few other accessories, and we're good to go.
Yeah, most certainly. Just get some bleachers in here, get some the grass wicket, which we're working on. Hopefully, it's either here or another location that we've identified. So maybe next season, the Galaxy will be having some matches on natural turf. And yeah, I mean, this ground is basically made for cricket, for all intents and purposes. But just need some infrastructure to be constructed, and it'll be good to go.
Definitely. I mean, I've played a number of games here myself, and maybe a different turf on the outfield as well would help a little bit. We've got that grass; it's a little bit Velcro-y in nature. Even if you manage to cut it right down, maybe having a bit of lawnmower. I don't know what the fix would be necessarily, but there's a few, like I say, just a few little touches that could really put this to that level that Morrisville gets to experience all the time.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely need to have the outfield kind of worked on as well. It is a little bit spongy. I think they have, initially when the ground was constructed, it was constructed for American sports such as American football. And so it does have some cushioning to it, hence the Velcro effect.
Yep. Yeah, just really holds up. The ball really holds up, unfortunately, towards those boundaries. You got to really, as a batsman, you really got to work for your runs, either through the air or running between the wickets, which is not conducive for long innings as here in Florida.
Yeah, especially down there. I know we have a really nice breeze up here. We're about a good 20 feet above the ground, and down within the basin or the bowl, it does not have any sort of relief from the breeze.
Yeah.
And it does get probably a good 10-15 degrees warmer, if not more than that.
Absolutely. You add a couple of, you add your helmet and your pads onto that as well. And once you've run a couple of twos, you don't be running too many more twos. I've seen some people fall victim to that over there.
Yeah, definitely not in club cricket, but again, we have a different breed of athlete that's playing in the minor league now. So,
That's true.
it has definitely raised the bar for local cricketers as well.
It has. I mean, people come down and watch, and we've had some decent crowds here recently, and they get inspired to want to play as well as these guys at this kind of level. It's a great thing to see.
Here we go. We're ready to start, and it looks like Mitul Patel is on strike with Nasir Ahmed on the non-strikers end. And it looks like Dane Pete, the South African international, is ready to bowl.
There we go. Ball one. Nicely whipped away there. Just no run available, but a good start from bat and ball there.
Yeah.
Just a sighter, really. Just a good line and length, and it was just flicked away to square leg, and good cricket. Ball two. Oh,
And
nice.
there you go, another whip shot. A little bit mid-wicketish.
Yes. A decent ball. Not really in a slot where you can play it, especially this early on in the innings. He has not got his eye in at all at the moment. But
Yeah. And you saw the Velcro effect of the ball stopping well before the fielder and the 30-yard circle.
yeah, again, it's unfortunate because that could be an easy, almost two really, if it was to roll down a little bit further. But it is what it is. Here we go, ball three. Oh, that one's a little bit wider this time.
Yeah, he got away with it.
He got away with it, but I mean, that's really in a good zone. To be fair, maybe a little bit too wide, but no harm done. Here we go.
Not this time.
Not this time. That one is smashed away.
And that's the first boundary for the
first boundary,
Galaxy.
4 runs there. Well struck. Who was that? Is that Nasir?
Yep,
It
that
is.
was Nasir indeed. This is his home ground, so he definitely knows the conditions and the way the pitch plays. So hoping to see him kind of get his groove back after last week's troubles up in Atlanta.
Let's see how we respond here as the bowler. Oh, that one's too much leg side, really. Oh, nice.
That was a
nice
quick
arm
run.
there.
Yeah.
Good quick running. Keep it up. In the middle is the key. Those quick runs, they zap you really, really quickly down there. That ball was a little too straight. Just easily flicked away for that single. That You know, they'll take that all day. Keep the score ticking over is the key here. And this time, Mitchell has a bit of a go.
It was well fielded.
Well fielded, not well timed by Mitchell. He just kind of leant into that a little bit. But not pretty even over to begin with, really. No real damage from either side. Kind of just feeling each other out. Just can expect sometimes at the start of these games. 6 for none off the first. A real advantage is taken early, but that's can be expected sometimes. Both teams don't want to give away too much too quick. How would you say the expectations for the team going into the season have played out?
Yeah, we had some ambitions of, we being the Orlando Galaxy, making the playoffs. Certainly, we're looking at the top 2 spots. There were some really close games, some rain-interrupted games. Well, it was a lot better than last year, I must say. Last year we had, I think it was 6 games that were abandoned. This year we've only had 1 that was abandoned, and then 1 that was impacted by the weather. Actually 2 that were impacted by the weather, I think. And overall, there were some opportunities that were missed by the Galaxy within those close games that I mentioned, especially the ones in Houston and subsequently when we came back to Orlando. But, that's the nature of the beast. That's what T20 cricket is all about, right? Create some excitement. But, yeah, overall, now it's looking to next season and seeing, what we can get done from a building a platform for our team next year.
For sure. I mean, that's really what all of this is all about. It's all just platform building for Major League Cricket, and building a player base and a fan base and all the rest of it. All this time far too short. Goes high, dribbles to the boundary, and he's gonna get there.
Oh wow,
that's 4 more.
Yeah, that's surprising to see for it to get to the boundary, especially the ground does sort of slope from I would say
from right to left.
Yep,
as we're looking at it.
Yep,
Yeah,
right to left.
Yeah, so it's a little bit uphill there on the right. And so, like Raul said, I think the nature of the fact that it was up in the air and it bounced rather than rolled so much really helped him out there. Oh, that's a much better ball. Great line and length. He's trying to drive that, maybe a little bit too short to drive it almost, but great ball nonetheless. Great comeback after being a little bit short on the first one.
And it looks like, I think is it Colin Archibald who's bowling for Morrisville. He's their wild card from, I believe, the same island as Dimitri Adams.
Oh, wow. Oh, this time, gonna land safely in kind of a no man's land down there. Just a single, but a good one. Had the boundary for the over. Don't need to go too crazy here. Just keep the score ticking over if you're the Galaxy. Get Mitchell some strike here.
Yeah, they've already had, I think, was it 6 runs off this over with a wide and a 4 and a couple of singles. So keep the ball, the scoreboard ticking, and build your innings and get into a groove.
For sure, anything between 6 and 10 and over is really, a foundational platform in this form of the game. And if you can have wickets at hand towards the end, you can really build a fortuitous score. Oh, good ball again.
Yeah, attacking the wickets right there.
Yep. Attack the poles. Mitchell, this early on the innings, he's not going to want to have a go at a ball that straight. So that's a good effort. There he goes. This time is a little bit wider, and he's smashed it away, and it's going to hold up out there. There's no unfortunate Velcro grass has come to Mitchell's the Mitchell's bane there. It easily would have been a 4 on any other ground, but
Yeah,
just holds up towards the boundary.
yeah, most certainly. Plus going up the slope, and
Yes.
Mitchell did use his feet there to kind of make some room, so it made it look a lot wider than it was.
Yes. Oh, and this time he goes again. It's gonna be. This time he's timed it much better, and it is smashed away for 4.
Yeah, it's been an expensive over for Morrisville.
It has. The timing on that one, no amount of Velcro grass was stopping that. He absolutely just pounded it. It wasn't even really a pounding. It just came off the blade beautifully, really.
Yeah, it was great timing.
Yes. So, confident start here from the Galaxy. Nothing too crazy, but good nonetheless. 18 for none off 2.
Yeah, and the crowd seems to be a little low today compared to previous games.
Yeah, we've had big, really decent crowds. A couple of games before this, we had music and food, and there's not a lot of that today. There's a few people doddering in slowly, but bit of a disappointing one today, really.
Yeah, and I think part of it's also, where the Galaxy sit right now within the Southern Division.
Yeah.
It's taken some of the oomph out of, getting fans out to the ground. But again, this is a platform that we're looking to build for next season, and close out strong in our next 4 games, including this one. And who knows, next season carry that momentum through.
For sure. Oh, that's too wide. He has tonked that away, and it's going to go one bounce for 4. Sorry, one bounce for 4.
Yeah, it looks like it's a new bowler as well, correct?
Number 27 is... Yes.
Is it
Shiva.
Kumar?
Mm-hmm. Shiva Kumar.
Yeah, he's a recently capped U.S. national who went over to Zimbabwe and played for the U.S. I believe it was against Zimbabwe as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there are a lot of international players in this Morrisville team, if you were to look at it, who now call USA home.
It's brilliant, really. I mean, exposure to international competition at this kind of level is fantastic.
Yeah, and Morrisville is known for their Triangle Cricket League, which also has a phenomenal youth program, which also has a number of players on the team.
Here it goes again, Shiva. That's a much better ball.
Yeah, that was good cricket all around.
Yes.
Well bowled and well batted, and then a good single.
Indeed. Keeping up this running, as we've said, in the heat is the key here. It is just draining to be out there running in this 90 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures, 100% humidity, blazing sun, not a drip of cloud cover. Smashed again this time. No timing at all. Just gonna dribble out to a short cover position there.
Yeah, and the grass doesn't do any justice,
No,
right?
Indeed.
Yeah. Actually, it's just a friend of the fielding team at times.
Yes. An ice cream truck? Oh, that's a great ball.
Yeah, that was a really great delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Mr. Softy's around, providing neighborhood kids some relief from the heat.
Yes, line and length there was absolutely what you're looking for. Beat him for pace as well. Here he goes again. And this time it makes connection. Much better. He's just kind of used the pace there. It's gonna hold up again.
Yep, held up on the grass again.
It's just absolutely, it's really gutting. I mean, you have to just kind of get over it as a batsman. You just have to know that, man, some of these great efforts that would easily be for the boundaries on other grounds are just, just unfortunately going to hold up here.
Yeah. Even with minimal rain, the ground is still quite sticky.
Absolutely. It's just the nature of the grass. When you feel it, when you walk through it, you can feel it kind of grips to your shoes. Oh, he's had a go at this one, though. That's going to be 1 bounce, 2 bounces, 4.
All right. Barely eked over the boundary, but nonetheless, it's a 4.
Yes, again, you've got to go a little bit aerial. It's kind of unfortunate for your technique to some degree, because some of these better shots that would be along the ground, a boundary, don't get the reward that these in the air shots get, and so you kind of find yourself leaning towards these aerial shots, which are, traditionally more frowned upon as, technical shots, but they get the reward in this ground.
Yeah, there's a lot of crossbat cricket that is played here at Silver Star, just in the hopes of clearing the inner circle, especially during the power play. It's vital that you do take some risks, otherwise it'll be death by singles almost.
Yeah, and I mean, you could literally be death by singles if you're out here trying to run singles all day in this heat. That's for sure.
Looks like there's a change of bowling as well. I believe it's Obis Pinar.
Have a look. You don't get the benefit of live scoring up here, but you're correct. That's how you say Obis?
I believe that's a
Okay.
nickname.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's one of the South African players that has relocated to Morrisville.
Gotcha.
So a very skilled bowler himself, and a bat. He's quite an all-rounder actually. He was very handy with the bat as well.
A lot of those South Africans tend to be. Nice. Good. Just funnel down there to
Yeah.
third man position.
So this pitch, as much as it's a synthetic surface, is going to be very useful for spin bowlers, especially somebody of Obis's height.
Oh, that's a great
lots
ball.
lots of bounce. It does
Lots
grip
of
on the
bounce.
surface.
Yes. Tennis ball, he sort of bounce in certain places for sure, especially from that height. Oh, this time he's got it a lot finer. It's going to run down to the boundary. Is it going to get there? No, nowhere near.
That was great throwback
Yes.
by number 2.
Number 2 is... No way I can read that handwriting, so I'm not going to even try. Oh, beautiful ball again. They have not really found him out so far. Had one controlled shot to third man, one slightly more edged shot down there, which is where the runs came. A couple of dots that really just
That was
beat them.
Slightly flighted, slower delivery, which Mitul was able to pick up.
Yep, just a single there again. Probably again because of our turf. It's gonna be a mention all day.
You can only see Mitul signaling for some new gloves. Oh, you dropped it.
Oh, that's a drop.
That's a drop.
Unfortunate miss there for Morrisville.
Was that the captain? It looks like Dane Pete.
Number 8. Or is it 9? No, 8. And that is Murli Krish.
Okay.
It's the end of an over.
That was a really good over for Morrisville. They could have easily had their first wicket.
Right, could have been a really great over for them, but as it stands, like you say, a decent over for them. They'll be gutted to have had that drop, but stemmed the flow of runs that were coming the over before, so they'll definitely be happy with that. Slower bowling might be the name of the game here. It definitely adds an element when the batsman has to work for everything. They can't just use the pace of the ball. Bit of slow bowling thrown in here can really help to just drain the batsman even further.
Yeah, that's the secret that a lot of teams locally use, especially when playing on this surface. Spin bowling comes to play quite a bit. Granted, it's a different level of cricket, but still, having somebody use their own energy generate the power is a lot harder than trying to just easily use the pace that the medium fast bowlers provide.
Definitely. I felt that pain. Oh, that's
Oh, that was a
not
wide.
a good start. This is Aditya Padala.
Aditya Padala.
That's the one. Your pronunciation is going to be a lot better than mine. And he smoked this away.
Yeah,
That must
Mithul
be
definitely loves his pace on the ball.
Yep. Again, they, as we were saying, Morrisville might want to lean into what was working in the last over, taking the pace off the ball. Get a little bit of pace back on, and they're only saved by our Velcro turf here. Otherwise, that was going to be 4 more. Kind of a little bit of a toe edgy shot, really. Kind of heard a crack up here rather than a pow. That one's mistimed again, but it's looking like the top edge. Oh, so much.
Yeah,
so many are going to hold up out there.
The bowler's giving a little bit too much width to
Yes,
the batsman.
absolutely.
And coming around the wicket. So,
I was going to say, is he coming around or is he just a lefty? I think it might just be a lefty. Oh, no, he is holding it in his right hand.
Yeah, he's a righty. It's creating an angle,
Yeah.
but a very easy angle.
Yeah. So far, that angle has just been whipped away. And they're making some adjustments to try and protect that area a little bit better now.
And the bowler's getting some coaching from our fans out here.
That always can be expected. No, he is a lefty. So he is bowling over the wicket.
He is over the wicket.
But it is nonetheless a wayward start. Everything has been either a wide or too wide to be a good ball and whipped away. So
yeah, unless he's trying to bring it in from that angle, he hasn't done a good job thus far.
And again,
what a shot!
This time, is he going to get the reward? He is. That was timed way too well.
Yeah.
Again, that was one of those ones where no amount of Velcro grass was stopping that.
That was smoked.
That was absolutely smashed. Too much width again from Aditya. It's really got to get this radar under control here, or this is going to be an expensive one for Morrisville. Plenty of encouragement from his teammates. Now he's got to put pen to paper here. Oh, goes for the reverse. He enjoys a good reverse sweep.
Yeah, Mithul is known for his reverse sweeping, but I don't know if that was the delivery to pull out that from his short shot repertoire.
Yes, I mean, he's giving you enough as a batsman that you don't need that kind of shot in this kind of situation. Makes himself a lot of room walking across the stumps there. Just going to take the single. It's a smart move. Decent arm down there. At the cover position.
Getting some good encouragement from the keeper, as usual.
As all good keepers do. When you're having this kind of funk as a bowler, you need to get out of your own head, and hearing some confidence from your teammates gives you a hand.
It's a wide.
Oh,
got
umpire
away
says
with it.
no.
A little bit.
That's the end of the over. Could have been worse if that was a wide, but to be fair, not horrible in the end. 11 off it. So not great, but not terrible. Not disastrous. $44 for nothing. After 5.
That's a good rate for the Galaxy,
Absolutely.
especially with at least 3 or 4 balls where they got 2s instead of 4s.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. You think the amount of times we've already said the turf has made an impact here, it's got to be 4 or 5 times. It could easily be in the 50s or 60s at this point.
There we go. We got Obis continuing from the far end.
And why wouldn't you? He had a fantastic first over. See if he can continue.
Yeah. You know, something we've never done here at Silver Star is name the ends.
Yes.
It's never been done.
We had a bit of a go at it last week, just offhand. We were naming this the rec center end. Could also be the commentary end. But what would you name this here? What do you name the far end?
Well, for right now, probably the forest end, just
Yeah.
given the
Yeah.
wooded area,
The jungle end?
the jungle end. But eventually, we're hoping that there's enough land there to create pretty much some practice nets,
Yep.
pavilion,
Mm-hmm.
lots of parking. So who knows what the future holds? But for now, we'll just go with the forest end.
Yes, I mean, you can see from our wide shot here, there is plenty of trees from the forest end. Could also maybe, oh, I missed that ball there. It was a bit wide. The if our fire station here to the right was a little bit further around, it could be the fire station end.
Yeah, it could be.
Nice,
It's well
nicely
played.
shot.
The previous delivery, you could tell there was some effort put in by the bowler, even though it ended up being wide. But tried a quicker one.
Yes, you got to vary it up. I mean, variation is the key when you're bowling slow, and on an artificial turf. Like you said, there is a little bit of purchase there for them, but as you know, being a slower bowler, variation in pace is a massive advantage.
Yeah. Also, varying your lengths a little bit, right? As slightly as you can. And another key here is because the spinners do get a lot of bounce, is to try to get the batsman driving. Oh, that was a quick single.
Yeah, good effort from the bowler as well. It's always hard, even if you're bowling slow, it is hard to come out of your action in this heat, run across the pitch, get to that ball, pick it up, and throw. Every bit of extra effort you give in this temperatures just makes it that much harder.
Yeah, that's for sure. Definitely batting first does help here at Silver Star. Saves your energy and your legs. But again, both teams have to face the same conditions because temperature's not going to change much come second innings.
Not at
If
all.
anything, it'll probably get hotter.
I think 100%. I mean, if you just look at these wispy clouds we got coming over right now, that is nothing to give you any kind of relief. And I don't think there's anything scheduled to give any kind of cloud cover relief for the afternoon. And when it's just been baking down there all day, there's really nothing at all you can that gives you that for lack of a better word, relief.
You got Padala continuing from the rec center end.
It's he must have confidence in him because it wasn't a great start. This time it's still wide. He's basically placing it in exactly the same areas as he was in the first over.
Yeah, and I don't know if the wide shot caught the fielder, but the fielder was actually playing for the boundary to try to save the boundary when the grass actually helped save the ball, and he had to run in.
Yeah, he was running around as if the ball was going to run over the boundary, and then he went, "Oh, hang on, I got to run considerably closer to the ball here to go and pick it up." Oh, that is a great catch.
Great catch. What a catch.
Diving at point. Who is it? Is it?
Yep. There you go.
It's Mitchell. He seems a little miffed, like maybe he thought the ball hit the turf there, but it looked from up here. It looked like a great catch.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a great effort by the fielder.
Yeah, very little argument from up here. He looked like he got his hands under it, cleanly taken.
Yeah, but he was also played a little bit up, right?
Yes.
He didn't kind of roll his wrists to kind of guide the ball down.
Absolutely. Well, it's like I was saying earlier. I mean, you get programmed almost into playing these more aerial shots because that's what gets you the reward, and then you don't quite time one right, and you just kind of spoon it to point. You can't really be blamed almost.
Yeah, that's definitely 100% accurate, especially when you're trying to get quick runs, right? But and it was a great effort as well by the fielder.
It was. I mean, it was by no means a lollipop to him. He had to make a great dive to get there.
There's Kandaswamy who took the catch.
Great effort by him.
We'll call it Kumar Kandaswamy as I can't read the writing on the score sheet. You have Padala continuing.
That's a much better ball, but
Yep.
again, left-handed now, so
And that is
Big difference.
Dimitri Adams from the Galaxy that's on strike.
here's Dimitri. Oh, that's a great ball again. I think he's been waiting for a lefty to face because all of a sudden his line is perfect to a left-hander. The lefty coming over the wicket, facing a left-hander. To all the right-handers so far, he's been moving the ball away slightly, and they've been able to pick him off. Now, as a left-handed batter, he's bringing it back into the legs, and already bowling a tight line, which makes it tough on you as a lefty, and so the balls look a lot better. Although that was a nice flick away there by Dimitri. He's
I
picked
think.
up the straight one.
Yep, he did pick up the straight one and flicked it off the pads really well.
It's a good effort by Nasir to be able to run a 2 at this stage of the game. That ball just looks so much better to a left-hander. I can't even begin. He's been hanging out for a lefty to come to the crease because that was a great end to the over.
So that looks like Dane Pete, who's going to be bowling and replacing Obus from the forest end.
Oh, that's a nice shot. Whipped away there. Couple of hops down for a single.
No, that's I can't. Can you tell the jersey number from here?
112? Or is it just 12? Let's have a look if it's on this. There.
It's Karthikaya Jagdish, not Dane Pete. My
I am-
apologies.
I am very happy to have you up here for some of these pronunciations because, good grief, I would be struggling. Oh, that's
Really well bowled.
Yep,
And they throw it away for a
Unfortunate.
single.
yep. That's an easy throw and catch right there, just over the head of the keeper.
Maybe too many Wheaties in the morning.
Yep, a little bit over ambitious. Perhaps point isn't his natural position, just for the lefty. Oh,
That's
this time
a
Nazir
six.
has
That's
gone
a six. It's a maximum.
a big one. All the way. Really can't bowl that straight to him that slow.
Yeah, and in honor of Stuart Scott, who was in Orlando and got his sporting career started here, we can say booyah.
That was a booyah, all right.
Yeah, that was a freebie, to be
Yep.
honest.
Short and straight. Can't do that. Here it comes again. That's straight again. This time he's top edged it. Who's
Yeah,
going to
it's
be under it?
easy catch.
That's going to be easy. All day.
Seemed like it was also a quicker delivery.
Yep.
But it was short.
Was.
It was there for kind of taking on that shot. Just looks like it hit the top edge of the bat.
Yep. That's all it was. Unfortunate end for Nazir. He was looking good. Not looking great. Definitely the last game he played here, he was booming it around a lot more. But 29 for off 18 balls. 4 fours and a 6 is nothing to sneeze at. Strike rate of 161. So he's by no means had a slouchful innings. But who's number 30, Ro? Coming to the crease now.
If they keep a righty-lefty combination, no, they're going with two left-handers. That looks like it's Surnam Patel. He's one of the young under 21 players that was picked up by the Galaxy. So we're going to have two lefties at the crease.
Nothing wrong with that. There is
Surnam is quite familiar with a lot of these Morrisville players as he does play his local cricket up there.
okay. So would you say most of these guys are living in North Carolina, or are they coming there just for this?
Yeah, for the most part, I think everybody from the Morrisville team is local to North Carolina, with the exception of the wild card Archibald, who's from the Caribbean.
Mhm. Just a little fielding adjustment there. They brought somebody in to a slip position. That's way too straight. That's almost leg
Oh,
side.
that should be 2 runs right there. If
Should
they,
be. Not quite. I mean, just another case where the Velcro grass just holds up. I mean, this score could be almost gargantuan at this point if we didn't have this. We could be in the 80s at this point, I reckon. As it is, we're 63 for 2. New man on strike, first ball. It's just, that's a bit short. difficult ball with a bit of pace on it early on as a batsman. Not a whole lot more he could do with it. I suppose you could have a bit more of a slash, trying to take it behind point. Perhaps later on in the inning when he's a little bit more confident, you could see something like that. But as for now, that's just a single. It's just it was a dot actually.
Yeah, it was a dot ball at the end of the 8th over. Almost going at 8 runs and over. But more importantly, Morrisville's got the openers back in the shed. And now they have 2 new batsmen who have to kind of get their innings started back up. And there seems to be a fair bit of rotation of bowling as well. As number 17 now, it's the captain, it is Dane Pete coming in.
It is. He's had 1 over so far, 5 runs from that.
It's really well played around on the
is.
leg side. It's that's what you have to do there. For what the fielder just did is attack the ball, because the ball is not going to come to you. It's going to basically kind of stop midway. Because if you're not familiar with the field or haven't assessed the conditions, could easily have been 2 runs.
Yep, you got to come at every ball that's along the ground. Nothing's going to come to you, really. Even a well-timed shot will just stick like glue. Oh, that's
That was a bump ball.
just straight back to the bowler.
It looks like the coaching has started back up, this time in regards to the batsman.
Oh, that is dangerous looking. No, pitched outside.
Yeah, maybe contact was outside the line of the leg stump, maybe?
Yep.
Or going down the leg stump. Hard to say. Some good bowling right now going on by Morrisville.
Absolutely. They're really pinning the Galaxy down here. It's really difficult to get away. Oh. He might be feeling a bit of the pressure from the crowd here. Because that shot was almost uncalled for.
Yeah,
really.
it was uncalled for. And he's also feeling the pressure of the dot balls, right?
Yes.
The run rate was going at a good click, 8 runs and over.
Yep.
Now it's well below 7, or close to 7.5.
Gets their single there to end what was a great over for Morrisville. Just 1 from it. No, 2 from it.
So 65 in 9 overs.
65 for 2 off 9. It's slowed considerably at this point. Down to 7.2 and over. Cricket Clubs has us projected at 144. Now that will be not undefendable by any means, but
It would be below par.
it would be below par. Especially for the talent on this Morrisville team. Sydenham's really struggling here to get these bowlers away early. That time he's got one into a gap. Just for a single. Could be up to Dimitri here to accelerate the scoring a little bit.
Yeah, so locally Dimitri was the leading run scorer in the last league. So he's fairly handy with the bat.
That's just pushed into the onside. No run there either. This time pushed to the offside. This is absolute masterclass of bowling right now. Oh,
That's a good cheeky run.
It is. I mean, that was nothing more than a top edge, really. Straight off the bat, they were going for it, though. Oh, that's well struck. Nice little chip shot there. Just into a gap. Another single. Gonna need to fill. I mean, the runs, the single sticking over is fine as long as you can get a couple of boundaries in as well. That over, not so much. Wait, the last 2 overs, not so much. This fall of these 2 wickets have really put the brakes on. The worm is diving right now.
Yeah. It's creating a mountain.
Indeed.
The second slope.
It's not what you want as a Galaxy fan. We are out here looking for runs. Here's Dane again.
Oh, that's well
something
placed.
here.
That's really well placed, knowing where your field placement is.
Absolutely. So
Yep, there was no risk in that shot.
no, other than missing it and being clean bowled, of course. The actual shot, if you make contact, that is very well placed.
Yeah, you watch it all the way through.
Yep.
That was the secret to that shot.
Oh.
That's down the leg side. Was
Yep.
it off the bat or was it wides?
I think it was, but we're going to find out here. Umpire's going to signal for us. It looked like
Yeah,
it
it
was.
was off the bat.
Yep.
He was straying down the leg side, though.
He was. He just really kind of gave it a paddle on its way. Not as good a start to the over here from Pete. Perhaps he got a little bit lax from his last over being so good. This time the radar has not been there. Can he finish the way that he began? The first. Or his second, I suppose.
So, lengthy discussion between the umpire and bowler.
Yeah. I always hated those. That's another one
That
that's
should be
straight down
wide.
leg. Yeah, it is wide. Something's happened here between the last over and this one where Pete's radar has just slipped. That's better. But
Well
this time it
played.
gets all
No
of it.
fielder. Looks like a 4 or a 6.
It's
That's
gotta
a
be
6. Came straight at the camera.
It did.
Really well timed by Suriname.
It was. Finally got a hold of one. I mean, he's had a good sighter in this over. He really. Couple of wides, couple ones were easy to just flick around, and then that one just came to him and he took it. Could be a confidence builder here.
That was a
after-
good comeback by Dane.
It is. But that's the kind of shot you need when you're just struggling a little bit as a batsman. And get an easy one like that. Oh.
Mistimed that one.
Yep. Little inside edge onto the pads, just dribbles out. No run there. When you have extras as a bowler in this heat, you start being like, oh, what ball am I on? Oh,
That's
a nice
another
shot.
great shot. Unfortunately, just a single for it.
Yep.
Really well timed again by Suriname.
I mean, that one, even if there was nice turf, you probably wouldn't have got much more than a single. That would have just rolled straight to him. But again, every shot you can get that's nicely timed as a batsman, you get that feel. Really helps you to build your internal confidence.
9 more overs to go. Looks like Morrisville is definitely running through their overs quick.
Yeah. Kumar again. Oh, that one's gonna just flick top edge. Very lucky he's gonna get away with a single there.
Yeah, I don't think the keeper had much time on that one. If he caught that one, that would have been a fabulous, wonderful
That's
catch.
one as a bowler where you just go, well, you did your best.
That's a great shot by Dimitri.
Well timed again.
Yeah, well timed, but again, barely made it past the 30-yard circle.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a theme. Oh,
Bowled him.
Clean through this time.
Suriname there was going for a big
Yep.
heave.
He was definitely feeling the pressure the whole inning. Pretty much from practically ball one, he was feeling it. That the runs weren't flowing. People were chanting from the stands, and he was definitely feeling it. There was more than one occasion in that innings where he lost his head a little bit, just had a big swing at one that maybe wasn't there.
We got Shabaka Matlin, who's going in.
And what can you tell us about him?
Shabby is a typically in league cricket plays as a wicketkeeper batsman. However, with Galaxy having Mithul as the wicketkeeper, he's basically handy leg spinner if needed or when needed. But for the most part, he's a good rotator of the ball and keeps the scorecard ticking. And if the ball is there to hit, he will hit it.
Well, that's good because that's what the Galaxy need right now. They need some hitting up. They need somebody to elevate this run rate again because 7 and over is not going to do it.
Yeah, they've definitely pulled it back. They being Morrisville, almost at 8 and over 3 overs ago to now, well in range of 7. First ball, had a good go at it. Nicely driven.
I mean, that's what's going to be required. It's pretty much from first ball because what are we in now?
And he's very fast between the wickets as well. So he and Dimitri will take some quick singles.
I mean, that's needed as well. We're in the 12th over here. There's not a lot of time to mess around. You got 8 overs left. We're not quite to 100 yet. Not even to 90. So some hitting, some running, it's all going to be required from the Galaxy. Here it is. Look at that. There's intent there to run. Dimitri had a little push there, and he was going to go. Drop and run. It's like the cricket used to play as a kid. Oh, again. That's a nice single.
As you can see, they're looking to kind of at least rotate the strike, if not, get a big shot in.
Absolutely, it's 100% required. Otherwise, you're going to get stagnant, and then you fall prey to what Simon did, which is get in your own head and have a big swing.
This must be the last over for Dane.
It is. Said some decent. These two here have really put the brakes on Dame Pete and Kumar. Economies of 5.7 and 3.5 respectively are quite nice.
Ooh, well stopped. That was coming at him with some heat.
Oh, Dimitri has a go, and he really has a go.
It's definitely 2 runs, at least 2. It's
That's just another one of those unfortunate ones where any other day, that's 4.
Yep. Or any other field, right?
Yep. Nice little push there for a single. This is the kind of stuff that can be done with these two.
Yeah. And it's putting the fielders under pressure, right? And it's probably going to irk the bowler as well, and have them try something different, especially if they're leaking these quick singles.
Yep, it's not in this mid-period of the inning, it's where you find out the fitness of your team, because people start to drop their heads a little bit. You're getting hot, you're getting extremely thirsty. As a bowler, you get too many of these little singles come in, you have to try and keep a cool head, being like, hey fellas, come on now, help your bowler out here a little bit, as we get a little bit of a cloud come over right now.
That was there for
It
the
was.
taking.
Maybe just not quite seeing the ball just yet.
Yeah, new to the crease, right? There you go. He's not going to stay there long. He's
Nope.
going to try to look for his shots, rotate strike, and keep the scoreboard ticking.
Yep, he will not leave here wondering, that's for sure.
Even though he's got 007 on the back of his jersey, there's no mystery as to what his intent is.
Oh, Dimitri.
Seems like he missed out. He's kind of angry with himself.
He is. That one was straight again from Dame Pete, and that's a great spell. Four overs, none for 21, 5.3 per over. Really, really well done.
I mean, just shows his quality and caliber of cricketer that he is, right? Having played, at the highest level of cricket.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Lots of experience.
Now Morrisville has to carry this on here. And who are they going to carry it on with? There's plenty of options. It's not diminishing that. More spin by the look of it.
Yeah, it looks like Vinod Kumar Kandaswamy is carrying on.
Just another bump ball there. Straight back to him. Had a couple of those. Oh, this time he has a go. And this time he's gonna make it.
That's a 6. It's a
It looked
maximum.
like a very flat 6. It was. That is much needed from the Galaxy.
Definitely a good shot from Shabaka Matlin, affectionately known as Shabby. There you go.
Cutting to the
Again,
right.
that's a good run, putting the fielder under pressure.
Yep. That's all that is required in T20. It's a pretty easy game when you break down the strategy of every batting inning. A boundary or two and over, and quick runs off the other balls, and you've built yourself an inning. Every single time. It's the same formula. Whoa, that's a great ball.
Looks like the bounce got everyone.
Absolutely. Tennis bally right there.
Yeah.
Almost bounced like right under his nose and then straight up into his face. That's why
Yeah, it's good glove work by
It
the
is.
keeper. Came on to him. It bounced.
did.
Oh, there's 2 in it.
There is definitely a misfield on the boundary, and they will come back for 2.
And as you can see, Shabaka didn't even have to put in a stretch or a dive. It's very quick between the wickets. Very fast.
Both of these guys are great athletes. Has it go again. This time just out to deep point.
Yep.
Just for a
Just died right as soon as it crossed
Yep.
the 30-yard circle.
Absolutely.
That was a good over for the Galaxy after some great bowling by Morrisville.
Yep, it was definitely much needed. Big 6, couple of good runs, misfield, all much needed at this point.
Yeah. Score creeps up back close to 7 runs and over.
Yes. I mean, to be fair, let's see. If they got 6 overs left, 10 and over from here gets them to 160-ish. They'll be happy with that.
Yeah, there's some big hitters still waiting in the shed for the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
You have Rohit Dachin, Sumit Sarawat. That was a quick ball by Obus.
That was a great ball. Oh, another misfield there. Unfortunate. But that's what I'm kind of saying. Like, this point of the inning is where, as a fielder, you really got to keep your wits about you. And it's kind of finding that mental gear to be able to be on it every single ball when you're just feeling absolutely sapped from the heat and the sun just sucking it out of you all the time.
Yeah, and also, earlier we spoke about the Valkyrie effect of the grass. It definitely does play on your foot movement as well.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you could easily kind of move laterally at another field here is a little bit harder to do.
Right, the ball doesn't come to you. You have to put in the work as a fielder. That's nicely stopped there.
Yeah, and good running
area.
again.
Yep.
I mean, looks like Shabaka is looking for a new bat.
It did sound a little bit hollow. It might have a little crack in there, maybe.
I think also the right-hand, left-hand combination is also a little bit difficult to kind of navigate right now for the bowler.
Oh, bowler and fieldsman, because you're swapping, especially when they're rotating the strike as they are right now. You're moving positions every ball as a fielder. You're running in from the boundary, out to the 30-yard, in and out all the time. Just adds yet another layer of exhaustion to your already tired body. Oh, and
That's a
that one's
wide.
loose.
There should be 2
Gonna
in
get
it.
2 wides.
They kind of took an easy trot.
Yep.
But the ball prior to that, the ball was hit straight to the fielder, and yet they were quick enough to sneak in a single.
Yep.
So especially if you're not getting the 4s and 6s, that's exactly what you want is keep the scoreboard ticking.
For sure.
There's protection out there.
There is. It's a big swing, but that's the time of the innings that we're in. Gonna have protection at those slogging areas, that's for sure. Cow corner.
Last ball of the 15th over.
And he's got. Oh, has he got? Oh! Is that a catch?
Took it.
That
Yeah, he
is.
took it.
Holy cow, that is a fantastic catch down there on the boundary.
Yeah, that was a great catch.
He is applauded by the batsman as he walks off because, man, oh man, that was a great effort. I don't think it was seen on the wide shot, so just to describe it, he was running. He was sprinting and then at full stretch made a dive and caught it. It was very well taken.
Yeah, it was really well judged as well. He put in his dive right at the right moment to kind of make it to the ball. If he wouldn't have, it would have been at minimum of 4.
Absolutely.
So now going in is Rohit Dutchin, number 18. It's another lefty, so maybe a little bit of reprieve to the bowler and fielders as 2 lefties are in now.
Yes, but not a reprieve from striking ability.
Definitely not that. Rohit's probably got some of the best hand-eye coordination in the Central Florida area, and he has a nickname to go with it. Everybody calls him the Beast.
Yeah, that's not a comforting name as a fielding side, that's for sure.
Yeah. So this season, he did help the Galaxy when they were up in Houston to get one past the Empire State Titans. Went into beast mode, and then also took a 2 overs, 5 wickets for 9 runs against the Florida Lions. Unfortunately, that game was lost by the Galaxy, but Rohit definitely put in his beast mode with the ball.
They'll need some of that beast mode magic today, that's for sure, because they're in a little bit of a hole here.
Yeah. 5 overs to go, and projected score looks at like around 140, 136 to be exact, but 4 wickets down.
Swami's going to finish here.
So as opposed to the quick running that Shabaka provided, we're going to see Rohit, he's going to definitely connect the ball, and if it goes, it goes, and a lot of long singles with Rohit then.
Yes, slightly more one-dimensional, but that dimension can be exciting if it pays off, that's for sure. Oh, missed
That
by
should be easy
keeper,
easy
everybody.
2 in there.
And it is an easy 2. Look at Rohit go. He wasn't running to the danger end, to be fair, but
Yeah, still got 2 in.
Yep.
It's not easy to come in here in this heat.
yep. That ball missed everything. Missed bat, missed keeper glove, and is there a little protection once it gets past that keeper at that pace?
Oh, that's beautifully stroked
Yep.
by Dimitri.
Yep, just into a big gap out there. 30-yard circle. Easy single. If Rohit one over the boundary here, will be in money. Oh, and he goes for it. He really tried to.
Even with the top edge, is
Yep.
clearing the 30-yard circle.
That's right.
An easy 2 runs there.
Easy 2 runs. Now, if that's what he can do off a top edge, you just wait till he can connect one out of the middle, folks. Well
Looks
bowled.
like something dropped off from the bowler as well.
Yeah.
I would have thought that it was at least signaled a dead ball.
Yeah. I'm surprised not more protesting happened, like, from the batsman. Again, not well timed, but into a massive gap down there where the fielder has to run in to get it. So another single taken. And that is going to end the 15th.
16th over, right?
16th, sorry, yes, you're right. 109 for 4.
4 overs to go.
4 overs to go. We'll be looking for 10 to 12 and over from here.
This is going to be an interesting battle. You have somebody who's played first-class cricket going against probably one of the best league cricketer from Central Florida.
It's a good start to that battle. Not an overly well bowled ball and not an overly well struck shot.
Yeah, it sounded like there's a crack in the bat. But I don't think it was just timed that well.
Yeah, I think had he gotten on top of that.
That was a great adjustment by the bowler. He saw Dimitri kind of make room, so he went a little bit wider of the off stump.
Oh, he goes again.
And that's another quicker one.
He is playing mind games with Dimitri
Yeah.
right now.
It's very smart bowling.
It is. And because of that short run up, he can just come back at you. You don't even have time to think as the batsman, really.
Yeah, he does definitely get through his overs quick.
He gets the ball, turns around, he's at the top of his run up in a matter of seconds, really. And by that time, you've barely had time to tap the bat down as the batsman, and he's coming at you again. Oh, this time
That's going to be an easy
one,
catch.
And it's it is dropped.
Commentator's curse.
Absolutely.
And he is furious with himself. I can just imagine what the bowler is thinking right now. That was a routine, easy catch.
Yes, some might say a lollipop. That's there's 2 drop catches from Morrisville today. I kind of expect a bit better.
Yeah, they're definitely a good fielding side, so it's surprising to see them drop.
I mean, the one catch they took just on the boundary a minute ago was a screamer. That was international level catch, and then he drops a lollipop. So it's all kinds out here. No denying that the conditions play a part. You know, they're probably not used to quite this amount of heat and humidity for playing in Morrisville, but so that factor definitely plays a part. But nonetheless, that was a routine catch, as you said.
Yeah, routine.
Three overs left now.
I think getting to 150 will be a challenge for the Galaxy. But let's see what Rohit and Dimitri can come up with.
All it takes is a couple of loose balls and a couple of big swings that connect from Rohit's bat, and this could all look different. So you do not rule it out. With cricket, you never rule anything out. And I think Rohit did have a bat change there. The 12th man just ran a bat out to him.
Yeah, he definitely has a few bats. Not as many as probably like a Steve Smith or a Virat Kohli, but he definitely does carry a handful of bats with him.
Well, I think those guys get their bats given to them, and I don't think Rohit does, unfortunately. Oh, that one, he has smashed down to the boundary, but there is a man down there.
Yeah, he had protection out there, but that was definitely smashed.
Yep. Just got to get one of those into the gap a little bit better, and the Galaxy will be on their way.
Yeah, definitely did the theme park down the road some pride, right? It
Yes.
was a Hulk smash.
Oh, quick signals taken
very
there.
good running.
Well done.
Well done.
Man,
Oh,
for
it looks
all
like this wicket keeper Lahiru Malinta has hurt himself.
I mean, did he take that one on the body or something?
Yeah, it's definitely looks like either the chest or the abdomen region.
He's trying to do some upward dog there and stretch the abdomen out.
I wonder how many people have said upward dog during a cricket commentary.
Well, that's my father was a yoga teacher, so I have a bit of come on. Yoga's from India, man. There's got to be somebody in India making yoga references during cricket matches.
Most certainly, but not upward dog. If anything, maybe in Sanskrit or Hindi, right?
Yeah, exactly. Sure, whatever the Indian term is for it, I'm sure it's been mentioned like that. But you're right. Maybe upward dog was not specifically mentioned.
There's always a first in the minor league.
Hey,
blazing the trail.
That's what people tune in for. Anyway, he seems to have recovered somewhat here. Might be screaming tomorrow, but that one is on the boundary. A great catch.
Great catch.
Steadied himself, and both of the shots Rohit went for in this over pretty much directly to the fieldsman. He's probably trying to get that one over the fielder, but nonetheless, he has hauled out to a man at cow corner, trying to go for it.
So now we get to see the right-hand version of Rohit and Sumit Sarvat. As you can see, fairly similar body types and very similar batting styles. Only difference is one is left-handed in Rohit and Sumit being the right-hander.
Well, I'm excited to see it. The Galaxy need every bit of hitting they can get at this point, with only 2.5 overs left.
Yeah, the run rate is down to 6.5. So they definitely need some kind of fireworks in the last 15 deliveries.
Absolutely, and Dimitri doesn't have the luxury of leaving it up to him. He needs to do something here. Pushes for a single. To be fair, it was a good ball, so he couldn't really do too much with it, but
yeah, the Raptors have definitely pulled it back really, really well after the 11th over.
yeah, pretty much once they had cleared the openers of Nasir and Mitchell Patel, there was not a lot, has not been a lot afterwards. Especially not a lot of confident stroke playing. And just a single there again. It's our friend the Velcro turf has come back to play. Sumit gets his first ball just for a single.
Yeah, it's also a good comeback by Aditya, given the start that he had. Right now he's at 2.5 overs and got 19 runs and taken 2 wickets.
Dimitri seems to be content just with these little push shots. I don't know if that's instruction from the dressing room, if that's what he's himself decided to do, but his 2 balls in that over were both just little push shots, and the Galaxy require a bit more.
Yeah, with 12 balls to go, they need to at least try to get 12 runs from each over.
Absolutely. Can't leave it all up to Sumit here, because that's a lot of pressure. He's got the capability. I don't know if he's lacking in confidence right now. He looks like he's having... he's getting a helmet run out to him because of the quicker bowlers that come on.
Yeah, while we wait for the play to resume, just quick update from other scores around the country. You have the Philadelphians, who are playing New Jersey Stallions in the Atlantic Conference, are 52-4. And then you have the Atlanta Derby, Atlanta Fire versus the Lightning. Lightning batting first, 121 in 15 overs for 4 wickets. And Empire State Titans, again in the Atlantic Division, playing New England Eagles, 137 for 4 in 18 overs. And then you have the Hollywood Master Blasters in the Pacific Conference, 138 all out, with SoCal Lashings 56 for no loss in 5.5 overs.
And this one is a 6. We are just cut off by the hill here, unfortunately, on our wide shot, but that one was a big hit. And I was just saying how Dimitri has the ability, and he showed it right there. And he goes again. This time he's going to haul. Oh,
another
he was
drop.
going to haul out to the deep, but it's another drop. That is, I think, just out of the view of the wide shot, unfortunately, but man, oh man.
Fortunately for the fielder, right?
Yes, fortunately for the fielder. You won't have to watch that back, because that was directly to 2 hands. And Morrisville again. It's at 3 drops now.
Yeah, and they got Shiva, who's one of their strike bowlers, coming back, so not a good sign from a fielding perspective.
Absolutely not. He will not be happy with that, especially the way he got taken to a little bit at the start by Nasir. He had one over for 17 off the first. Oh, this time it's high.
He's
But
lucky
in
he
no man's
mistimed
land.
it, though.
Yep.
They had 2 easy runs on that. Good
Nobody
calling from
there.
Dimitri.
This is the kind of over the Galaxy needed. We were saying 12 and over off the last 2, and so far they're on track.
Yep, 7 runs, or maybe not. No, 9 runs.
Oh, Sumit went for it. No real technique, just a big old swing. Head kind of in the air a little bit. He was looking to blast that one over cow corner. It does again. This time makes connection. Not well.
Mistimed it.
Yep. And it's just going to dribble out.
Well, here's the last ball of the over, and they've scored 10 so far, so need at least 2, right, to
Yep.
get to a prediction of
Yep.
12.
Dimitri more than capable of even more than that, as we saw at the beginning of this over. Let's see what he can manage. Goes for it down the wicket.
Yeah, that's
and that
definitely a
one
6.
Is gone.
Yeah, that,
all the way.
You could tell that right off the bat that was a 6.
Yep, he got his feet moving beautifully to it, and he just timed that over the boundary. There was no Sumit-style swing involved in that one. That was all class.
Yeah, all class, all timing.
So they smashed our prediction of 12 off that one. Let's hope for another. 133 now for 5. 1 to go.
Can they get 17 in this over?
Well, we've put the challenge down there now, Ral. It's they exceeded expectations last time. Let's hope they can do it again. Sumit needs to just keep his head down on these shots. He's more than capable.
Yeah, he does lose his shape when he goes for those big heaves.
Dimitri was loving the extra pace there, I think, because he just used it.
Well, the bowler has run from all the way from point area, deep point, to come into bowl.
He's got a decent run up, so that would have sapped some energy to get in there in the first place. Let's see what Sumit can do. Oh, again.
Yeah, big heave. Just
Big
missed.
heaves. He's got the right idea. Just needs a little bit more. And Dimitri's coming down to say, hey, mate, just get me on strike here. He may just be saying, just calm down. We don't need the massive swing.
I think that's a good message if that is the message that he kind of gave him, because he's the one who's already got his eye in and probably seeing the ball a lot better than Sumit.
Absolutely. We saw in the last over, he really was timing that well. There he goes.
Yeah,
this time,
he's cleared it.
He's managed to find the middle. And he honestly kept his head down a lot better on that shot. He waited for it a little bit more. And he still managed to clear it easy.
Yep. And this is what's required, right? They need at least another 11 or so more runs to kind of at least psychologically set a target of greater than 150.
Yes. This time he goes again. This time it is gone again. 6 more.
Wow. That was a lot harder of a hit than the previous one, because the ball did kind of come up on him.
Yes, but it sat up. It was waiting to be hit. I don't know if he really has the pace on this pitch to be able to bowl there. It was too short. Spongy bounce, just sat there waiting to be smashed. And Sumit has got enough class to put that away. They're looking for the ball now.
Just watch out for some Florida natural residents, right?
Yes,
and
indeed.
Some rattlers.
Indeed. Any kind of good stuff could be hiding in those bushes. We were on the commentary last week that we were here saying, I don't know if I really like to go back down there particularly. I'm more inclined to say, Umpy, can we get a new ball, please? Because I'd rather not get my legs bitten off. They're still looking for it down there on the boundary. And it seems to have been found. So, play can resume here.
Yeah, so last week the Galaxy were over in Atlanta at the Atlanta Cricket Fields, and I think we must have cycled through about 7 balls between the two teams, or 4 teams, or 4 games, sorry, or two games. My apologies, but yeah, they have a ravine of some sort that basically is a ball graveyard.
That sounds fun. I think the bush end is bad. Look at the ravine end. Oh, another big swing. See, that time again, I was totally off the ball. He was looking out to the houses that he was going to smash that into long before the ball got to him.
Yeah, he should be targeting the offside with that type of delivery.
Should. And he goes to it this time.
Looks like it's going to be taken, though.
It is. Easy one.
That's all right. I mean, that's what was required, so,
Yep.
No.
And if nothing else, it gets Dimitri on strike here for the last couple of deliveries. Or is it the last delivery? The last delivery. So, if nothing else, Dimitri will face the final ball, which is what the Galaxy would want.
Yep. And it looks like Hardik Desai is the batsman going in to be the non
and everything.
Well, sorry for that. We had a little bit of technical difficulty there where our mics went dead. Not sure if the audience did or did not catch. We had another bowl reference.
We are back now. No more missed balls from here. Not sure where the last words were heard, but we are in. Great ball. Well shot.
Looks like it's going to be 4 runs.
It's gonna be 4, that's for sure. Well timed.
Yeah, it's a great start for the Raptors. 2.1 overs, 17 runs. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Nope, that's exactly what they would have been hoping for when they made their game plan. It would have been just keep the runs ticking along, keep the boundaries flowing when you can. And that's exactly what they've done here to open us up.
And they're right at their almost required run rate. Actually, they're higher than the required run rate.
Oh, now he's smashed that. That is very close to being into the fire station.
Yeah, that was a really loosener by Sumit. And in the late, great Stuart Scott's way, booyah.
100%. That was as booyah as we've had today. That was as big a 6 as we have seen. It was about halfway up this bank over here on the right, and that is not a short boundary.
That's a better ball.
Yep, much better.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
went for the cheeky one, got turned back. Bowler had to make his way out to the ball, had to go up the stumps, but man.
He missed the stumps. The runner was outside the crease.
Yep. That would have been a difficult decision for the umpire at that range, so unlucky there. Oh, that's another loose ball. Another indecision.
Yeah, it seems
right
like
between the wickets.
they're not batting or not communicating in regards to their running calls.
Yes, they've got all the shots in the book, but the running between the wickets has been their downfall so far. Oh, not to any mass detriment, of course. There's no wickets yet, but couple of instances, just uncertainty here.
Yeah, it's a good comeback by Sumit after the nice juicy full toss that he served up to kind of create a couple of dot balls and then somewhat of a single thanks to the Velcro outfield, where it just died before the fielder. It was towards the fielder, but died well before the fielder.
He can make up for it really well here if he gets a wicket. All will be forgiven. Oh, he nearly chopped it on.
That's the second time he's played that same shot.
See, I was
And,
going... oh, sorry. Carry on.
And missed the wickets.
Yes, I was going for another challenge there, you see. I went for he can make up for it if he gets a wicket, and he nearly answered again. The commentary... We've got an opposite of commentary curse here going, and I got to try and ride this hot streak right to a Galaxy win.
All right, I hear you there. Not going to say anything against that.
No, exactly. We've we spoke into existence, them making it to 150. Now I'm officially laying down the challenge that in this over, someone needs a breakthrough.
Yeah, and Lahiru is cruising at this moment. 20 off his 14 balls, has 2 4s and a 6. Getting the Raptors to 25 in 3 overs.
Yes, both of them striking over 100, and that's exactly what they would want. That's another not great delivery.
He got away with it,
He did.
but they do get a single off it.
It's too short, 2 leg side, a little bit later in the innings, and that one would have found the fire station as well.
Yeah. You know, I don't think to date anybody has kind of quite hit the road back there by the fire station,
No, not yet.
but we have had a couple of folks hit the fence.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that would be something to see.
Yeah, former Guyanese and U.S. national Bim George has done it a couple of times. Back during the about 6 years ago.
You can see the cars up there are, a fair distance away. And so that would be something to see for sure.
Yeah, he's hit it on the full as well,
Wow.
both times.
Oh, just the
That's
top
unlucky.
edge.
Unlucky.
Man, unlucky for all except the batsman, really. He got away with one there.
Yeah, the batsman definitely did get away with that one.
It's a questionable decision to ever have a slip, especially early in an inning in T20, but depends how aggressive you want to be. That's been tonked and just
That
out
was
of
a
the
great
reach.
effort by Shabby, running to his left.
Just out of the reach of Shabby there. Man, oh man. He stuck out a left paw, and he probably needed an extra 2 inches on the end of those fingers to get anything to it. But man, it was a great
Yeah,
effort.
that was a great effort. That's Shabaka Matlin, for those who don't know who Shabby is.
That's a wide one as well.
Yeah,
Man,
that's a freebie.
He has absolutely said goodnight nurse to that one. That was timing and power.
Yeah.
One bounce for 4. Man, oh man. Something has to change here, and they've changed it to a 6 now. It did look like it was a 6 to me from up here.
Yeah, the fans kind of helped the umpire there as being his third umpire, fourth umpire, fifth umpire, and sixth umpire.
That's
if
right.
not more. There's a quite gathering of local cricketers sitting out there. Spirit of the game, correct?
That's right. And that one's been smashed as well. Something has to change here. 4 more.
The last 2 deliveries were definitely costly, especially after an almost chance by Shabaka Matlin.
That's right.
Going at almost 10 runs and over. They're making a quick work of the chase, at least for right now, in the power play.
Yes, the current rate will not be pleasing to the Galaxy. They're in absolute dire need of a breakthrough here. Both batsmen just cruising along.
Yeah, with
Vinta Kumar.
Kandaswamy, 212 strike rate.
Absolutely. He's faced 8 balls for 17 runs. I don't really know how. He's only got 1 4 and a 6. He's not exactly blasting it. Just doing enough to keep it ticking along. That's loose as well.
That's
Nearly
well
got lucky
fielded.
with it, but man, oh man, that is not the line and length we're requiring here.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little bit too much there with the effort, and just kind of went a little bit wayward in his line.
Yeah, I mean, as a bowler in these scenarios, it can be tricky. You don't want to give away too much. You don't want to. You can get caught up in your own head by thinking too much about it. It's almost like you have to go back to basics in this scenario. Just find my line and length. Find the area that's going to give him the most trouble. Because
That's going to fall safe.
That's going to fall safe as well. Because
And there's at least 2 in it.
absolutely, otherwise you're outdoing yourself. If you think, oh, I'm going to try XYZ ball that I've only practiced a little bit in the nets, or I'm going to try a slower ball here, I'm going to try a bouncer here, those are not your money balls. Like the ball you've practiced the most, or the ball I always practiced the most as a bowler, was the one I am most comfortable with. Great line and length, where you're really trying to be 90% of the time. And that was often the ball that gave batsmen the most trouble for me. And, you know, it's good to have variation, but in these scenarios where the batsmen are really seeing you quite well, you really need to just find that good line and length to really make them do the work. Right now, as the bowlers, you're giving them too much. That was the ball he is really looking for right there. That was
that's
the
it.
top of off.
That's exactly his stock delivery, right?
Absolutely.
But, you know, going for, you know, the bouncer or the extra pace is not required. Just do the basics, right? Keep
Absolutely.
it, you know, what's that principle? The KISS principle?
Yep,
Keep it super
simple, stupid.
Well, keep it super simple.
Oh, well, that's the nice version, Rel. I've never
Got to
been
keep
nice.
it PG.
Stupid's PG.
PG. So it looks like we still have 2 deliveries to go. And they're going at a good rate.
Oh, that one's just flicked away as well. They're just doing it too easy right now. Something's got to change. We need bowling changes, fielding changes, something to be a little bit more aggressive, because right now everything's just being seen off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah, the current run rate is at 9.2. The required run rate has dropped by 0.4, so you're looking at 7.1 required run rate.
Which is just easy. Now
what a
there's
delivery.
a ball.
That's a great delivery and good keeping.
I wasn't sure if that one had struck Mitchell the way that he kind of walked away from the stumps like that, but
Yeah, maybe he needs an extra pair of inners, because he was definitely shaking his hands after that one.
I mean, it came with some pace, and he is standing up to him, so, you know, it doesn't take much to catch one on the inner knuckle or something.
Would that be a knuckleball?
I think it would be. Just for the purposes of our broadcast, I think it would be. Not to confuse people that don't know what a knuckleball would be, but...
Here we have a bowling change by the Galaxy. Coming in is Hardik Desai.
A much needed bowling change. Something had to change here. Everything was just too easy.
Yeah, he's affectionately known as HD by the team.
That's why it says that on his shirt. He's also high definition.
Or highly defensive.
I don't think so.
No? It's the last over of the power play, so let's see what the Raptors are looking to do, because thereafter the field will spread out and some of the edges may become chances.
And he's gone across to it and smacked it down the ground. The Velcro
And it stopped.
finally takes it.
Oh, it didn't. It was 4
No.
runs.
Man, I thought the Velcro had finally taken effect for Morrisville, but he managed to get enough behind that to roll it across just for 4.
Yeah, and the reaction of Shabaka, who was the closest fielder, kind of let you know that it had crossed the boundary.
Yeah.
Not the start Hardik was hoping to have, but
Well-
the batsman did walk across.
He did. And he's done it again. This time he's just flicked it. They're making it look so easy now. This time the Velcro holds it up. And they'll get 2.
Yeah, Lahiru is showing his class, right? Making easy work of the bowling right now.
Yep, and again, that one was too full. Both balls have been a little bit too full. He needs to make the batsman uncomfortable. Right now, he's playing with him.
Yeah, that's a little bit harsh. The batsman moves across, bowler kind of moves with the batsman, and it's given a wide.
And it isn't, because as far as my understanding of the rule is, if it's outside the line, it's a wide. As a bowler, what I'm trying to do here is he's walking right across. I'm trying to get a base of the stump Yorker. There's going to be nothing he can do with a base of the stump Yorker when he walks right across the crease like that.
Oh, that was another chance that was
He
missed.
did that to me 2 balls in a row. 100% the third ball is going to be a base of the stump Yorker, because what are you going to do?
Yeah, but that has to be in the bowler's arsenal as well, right?
It does, but that should be in every medium to fast-paced bowler's arsenal. Like, if you... especially in this version of the game, it has to be. It should be something you practice at every practice session. Get the ball right on the toes, right in the block hole. It has to be done.
To quote a famous American athlete, Allen Iverson, practice? We're talking about practice here?
Are you saying you don't practice, Raul?
What's that? That's a better ball.
That's a better ball.
But, you know, batsman didn't do anything there to shuffle across or throw the bowler off.
That's right.
So.
Different batter now.
Yeah.
He's not showing the same aggressive intent. And that's a better ball as well, but it's also tonked away. Thankful for that Velcro grass out there right now, because that held up nicely just in front of the boundary, just for a single.
And in the 6th over, they've already crossed 50 and have less than 100 runs to chase down with 14 overs to go.
Yep, right now it is cruising altitude for Morrisville. They're having to do very little and putting away a lot. Goes for the reverse sweep. And that is
given a
indeed a wide.
Yeah, that's a little bit harsh, I think, on the bowler, but, you know, the law is the law.
Again, it is and it isn't. Again, I mean, I'm always going to be a stickler as a bowler myself. That discipline, and he did it again. This time he's
And,
put down.
And the curse of the drops continues.
Yes, that one wasn't an easy one. By all means, he had to run into it, make a sliding attempt at it, but it was there for the taking.
It was, and you know, it was a lot easier than the one that Morrisville took.
Yes.
Where the man almost went Superman mode.
Yes. That would be, if we'd caught that on camera, that would have been up for the top 10 catches of the week, top 10 plays of the week.
Yeah, for sure. Cue the Sports Center music.
Yeah. I know that minor league cricket does a top 10 on YouTube, and it would have been on there for sure.
Yeah, that one for sure. Might also be number 1 if we would have captured it.
Yeah.
So the partnership is up to 54 runs off.
Just 6 overs.
Yeah, 6 overs.
Both striking above 130. Vintha Kumar 150. Somehow he's at 150 and still only has 1 4 and 1 6. He's just doing it with singles, twos.
Looks like there's a bowling change. That's Bhaskar Ganashakti, it looks like, off spinner.
They definitely need to take the pace off again. I think any kind of pace for these two guys, we don't have anybody rapid enough to really trouble them.
Yeah, Bhaskar is one of the U19s on the Galaxy. He's headed to University of Florida in fall. Actually, almost in 2 weeks, 3 weeks time.
There we go.
Yeah, straight on first ball on the
Straight
spot.
away.
The other U19 player is Adam Khan, who's out of South Florida, leg spinner.
Oh, is he in the playing 11 today?
He is not. He's, I believe, the 12th man today.
Okay. Could have been useful in this scenario. Bhaskara's going to come around the wicket to the left-hander.
This is always a good battle to see, an off-break bowler versus a left-hander.
Well played, well bowled.
And a long single.
Yep.
The signature Silver Star single.
Yes.
It's a tongue twister.
The signature Silver Star single. The late afternoon, everybody, the fielder just jogs in and underarm throws it back to the keeper. Oh,
What a delivery.
there shows Bhaskara's young talent on display. Great ball from the youngster.
Yeah, great ball. Very skilled.
He goes. Goes
That's
hard.
a 6.
Goes all the way.
A little bit too wide.
Yep, a little bit too full as well. Kind of needs to just fly. Either, if he's going to go that full, it needs to be flighted more, really. Can't just be sitting there at a more or less half volley to be smashed over the offside. That was too easy.
Yeah, way too easy.
It goes back to the good ball, and this time you're just going to get a single. That's the length. That's the line. The line was a little bit straighter.
Yep. So 9 off his first over.
It's not a bad start considering the way that they have been going. If he hadn't had that 1-6, that would have been a fantastic over.
Yeah, but it just goes to show you, right? A little wayward delivery,
Yep.
little width, too full. It's going to get the treatment.
Yes, it's a hard lesson to learn as a young bowler, but you got to be on it for every ball. Another bowling
Excuse
change here. Matthew Comrie looks like he's going to come on.
Yep. Matthew's a U21 leg spinner. And Matthew actually tried out for the West Indies U19 team about 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
If not longer than. So he splits his time between Central Florida and Jamaica. Does a lot of his training down there with some of the Jamaican national players. And locally plays in the league Florida Cricket Conference with the Orlando Cricket Club. He was also part of the Southeast team that was part of the Osaka Regionals last year.
Nice start from
Yeah,
Comrie.
another good start. It's a jog around for everyone, the batsman and the bowler.
That's what I was just saying. I mean, it's that time of the day when you've played here, you know everybody's feeling it. The batters are feeling it. The field is feeling it. It's hot. The breeze has really died, even for us up here. It is just a roasting tin right now. And everything's a jog everywhere. It's a jog in the field to grab the ball. It's a jog between the wickets. Everything's hard.
I believe you meant to say roasting bowl.
It's a roasting basin. Oh, Comrie's had a little slip. Maybe some sweat on the fingers there.
Yeah. And the humidity doesn't help, right?
That's for sure. That is a beautiful delivery.
Yeah, beautiful.
The
Looked
way
like
that-
it was a googly.
Yes, the way that it left his hand. That was right out of the back of the hand. You can almost see the revolutions on the ball from here. Oh, and
Oh,
again, that
another
was
one.
basically an identical ball.
Yeah, with a little bit more bounce this
Action
time.
replay.
Yeah. Slightly more bouncier delivery.
Comrie is giving the left-hander all sorts of problems. Oh, 3 in a row. This is a masterclass right here.
Yeah, masterclass in leg spin.
Absolutely.
And, actually, googlies.
Yes.
I reckon either it's an arm ball or a traditional leg spinner coming up.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
He got him.
Mittul is... Wow. Mittul is incensed. He is certain there was something on that.
It certainly felt like it from the reaction of both the keeper, bowler, and the fielders close in.
Honestly, if anybody there is going to know, it's Mittul. He is right behind him, as close as can be. He would have heard the noise, seen some deviation. He's the one that caught the ball. He seemed certain. It was straight away, throw in the air, like it wasn't even a question. That time a more traditional looking leg spinner.
And what a brilliant
a
over.
brilliant end to it. What was an absolute, like we said, masterclass of leg spin. Matthew Comrie put it on display, son.
Put on the brakes on the
Absolutely.
onslaught.
I mean, they've got balls to play with, but they, that display right there could be an indicator of trouble to come.
Yeah, so, I mean, from a run perspective, both the Galaxy and the Raptors are at a similar standpoint. This is where I believe the second wicket had fallen at 63 runs
Yes.
for the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And that's where kind of the breaks came in. But
Yes.
the difference here between the Galaxy and the Raptors is that there's no loss
Yes.
of wickets for Morrisville.
Yes. They're in desperate need of a breakthrough, and Comrie thought he had it in that last over. It could be a good little battle here with Bashker and Comrie working in tandem for the next couple of overs here.
Yeah.
If they can keep this pressure on, if they can keep the flow of runs steady, Bashka needs to watch those loose deliveries that he had, the one delivery that went for 6 in the last over. If he can minimize those and they can really put the screws in here, they could invite some looser shots, creating opportunities. There it goes.
There's a fielder there.
There's a fielder down there. Oh, and that's unfortunate.
And that's a 6.
Could be 4, depending on where it bounced. No, he's indicating
That
6.
looked like a 6.
Unfortunate. That just relieves all the pressure from Comrie's last over, straight out the gate.
Yeah, from a off spinner perspective, I think they definitely need to give him a cow corner,
Yes.
long on, and I would say a mid wicket,
Yep.
and try to keep the long off, I guess, in, and try to attempt a drive over him,
Mm-hmm.
and then put deep covers. I mean, I think that would be a better field for an off spinner of Bashkar's nature, who kind of does tend to go a little bit too full at times.
Yes, if you had more protection on that onside, potentially could have got to that. The guy that was down there, he was kind of like a long on, mid-wickety type of hybrid there. Was neither position traditionally, and he had to really run to get to it. If you had 2 guys down there, perhaps someone was just standing there and it was more or less down his throat. But as it was, couldn't really get to it in time, and that kind of just hopped over the rope.
Yeah, looks like it's a lost ball, and the third umpire, is taking One in.
Well, I wouldn't, as we've said.
Oh, they found it.
Oh, they found it. I wouldn't have been.
Or did they find a league ball?
Probably found a league ball.
They found a ball.
They found a ball. It's not fun down there in that thick bush where one of the 12th men down there is still searching in there.
Yeah, it seems like it's a spectator out there kind of looking for the ball now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, he can keep it as a souvenir.
Yeah, he did put it in his pocket. So he must have found one of the league balls from the ball graveyard.
Yeah, it'd be fun to cut that back a little bit and just see how many balls you could find. I'm sure there's plenty.
Maybe there's a market in creating a ball detector, kind of like a metal detector.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know how you'd do that, though.
You make it for golf balls, cricket balls.
Yeah, but what would detect? Are you detecting cork, or what are you detecting?
I don't know.
Well, if you can come up with it, Raul, you might have $1 million idea there, son, and you can...
Yeah, it sounds more like a $10 idea.
Well, I'm hoping it's $1 million idea. Then you can invest all the stuff that we need into the ground here, and we'll be away laughing.
Wouldn't that be nice? I wonder if anybody won the mega
The
money.
billions?
Yeah, the $1 billion jackpot.
It's not me, or else I would not be sitting here. I'm just gonna let you know that.
It's good to know. Well, I'm sure anybody at the park today did not win.
That's true. Probably most people listening to us didn't win. I'm gonna safely assume.
Here, Sposker coming for a second delivery with the replacement ball.
Oops.
Yeah, much better.
That's
Much better.
Even though I kind of half cut that so no one saw that, but take our word for it, it was much better. Oh, well played,
Yeah, there's protection out there for him.
but nicely placed.
Yeah, it was kind of lucky that it wasn't timed well, right? Otherwise, it had gone straight to the fielder.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, it's a left-hander. I was going to say, I don't know what the purpose of the people that were at like a square leg position and backward square leg, but they're more point where they are now, which makes more sense. And he has just placed that.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
Absolutely.
Lahiru is in great form right now.
It's really not flighting these deliveries enough for my liking.
Yeah, traditionally, I don't think Boschker is a flighty bowler. He does like to bowl it a lot more flatter.
And I get it, but it's not working. This particular track, you're not going to get any turn. Your only weapon is variation, and the only way you're going to have that variation really is by tossing a couple up.
Yeah, it takes some courage to do that, right?
Of
Especially
course.
when your previous over went for about 9 runs.
Of course. But right now, it's too easy. That one just luckily goes to a fielder, but they've been picking the gaps all afternoon. Wanting that over.
Yeah, so this one was not much better for Boschker, 12 runs.
Yes, unfortunate.
And now the required run rate has dropped below 7 at 6.9.
Comrie is in desperate need of a wicket or two at this point. He's the only Galaxy bowler that has really shown any kind of consistent chances.
Yeah, so in the context of the playoff race in the Southern Division, this game plays a huge vital role You're seeing the Atlanta Derby, where it's teams 1 and 2, and then you got Morrisville at team 3. But they all have, I believe,
There's nobody there. Sorry, Ral.
one loss each. And just an update for the Atlanta game. The Fire were 164 for 9 in their 20 overs, and the Lightning are at 41 for 1 in 6 overs.
That's a good contest there. So how does this game impact the table then?
Yeah, so from a Southern Division perspective, the Lightning are table toppers with 12 points. The Fire are second with 11. And Morrisville is in third place with 7. However, Morrisville has 2 games in hand compared to the Fire, and 3 games in hand compared to the Lightning.
Oh, just chipped over the infield again.
Yeah, it's just smart batting.
It absolutely is. It's really just showing another level of batting technique from these two. They've had some power. They've had some gap finding. They've had quick running. They've had it all. Very little opportunities for the Galaxy. We've had one drop catch, one controversial nick behind the stumps that was deemed to be not a nick. But other than that, man.
Yeah, I think Comrie's the only bowler that's bothering both batsmen.
Absolutely, and even in this over, they've been turning the strike over fairly cleanly. It's quickly getting out of hand for the Galaxy here,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Four runs off the over so far.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely the Galaxy are in a desperate need for a wicket, but the Raptors are in cruise control.
Yes, and a wicket can change everything. They've just got to find it. Oh, it's going to, again.
It's another boundary, 4 runs.
It's another boundary and another well-placed shot. Like, they're just doing it easy.
Yeah, too easy right at the moment. But this would be a huge win in context of the playoff race for Morrisville, especially with games in hand. And they have actually 3 matches this weekend. They have another one tomorrow in the morning against the Galaxy, and then they'll play an afternoon match against the Fort Lauderdale Lions, and that was a great shot off a really bad delivery for 6.
Yep, Dimitri was on the boundary. He made a full stretch attempt at it. Didn't get a hand to it.
Yeah, I think if Dimitri was about 7 feet tall, it would still be a tough catch.
Yes.
Yeah, so in the context of the playoff race, this is definitely a game that Morrisville needs to win. But they do have games in hand, so and the 2 Atlanta teams are playing against each other, so at least one of them is going to drop points.
It's ever increasingly looking like this could be trouble for the Galaxy.
Yeah, 62 runs needed in 10 overs. Partnership of 90 runs and 63 off 63 balls.
Cruising
Actually,
at 9
60
and
balls,
over.
sorry.
Yep. Cruising at 9 and over. It's easy.
So there's another bowling change, bringing in Isuru Kuruwitega.
You are good at those Sri Lankan names. I got to give it to you.
It's a left arm spinner. It's an easy single.
Putting that pressure on the infield, it makes it hard.
And this is also Isuru's quote-unquote home field, so he should be very familiar with the conditions and what to do. But he is facing 2 very set batsmen who are probably seeing the ball really well as well.
Yep, not probably. I think they've pretty much shown us they're seeing it like a beach ball at this point.
I prefer watermelon.
Well, watermelons don't bounce so well.
It's really well bowled, but equally well played.
Yep. And again, they don't require anything more than just pushing it around. They could win it more or less with singles and twos at this point. It is just easy.
Yeah, too easy.
Unfortunately. Mitchell saw something he didn't quite like, some field adjustment.
Oh,
Now that's
big
the
swing.
ball. That's the ball he's looking for. Just moving it away off the pitch just a little bit. Which is really nice.
Yeah. So Isru does have one that turns the other way, which well fielded by Comrie. But it's not his stock delivery.
Well, he'll naturally move it away from the lefty here. And he does a little bit, but he's up to the challenge.
Comparatively, Isru's bowled well this over.
Indeed. All the new bowlers that have come on have been somewhat impactful in their first over. It's whether they can carry it on post their first over that's been the issue. And again, he just keeps making this move across the stumps, and we just need somebody that's got the pace and control that could really do him in with a full straight one.
Yeah, just 4 runs off that over, so well done Isru for his first over.
I mean, like I say, very similar to how Bhaskar and Comrie started with their first overs.
And Lahiru's crossed his 50. He's at 51.
Well, I didn't even hear a cheer.
Yeah, surprising. Or maybe they're just used to it.
Yeah. They're just expecting it at this point. Vintha Kumar has consistently been ahead of 140 strike weight. Yet he has 3 sixes now, I suppose, makes a difference.
It looks like there's a bowling change where Comrie's taken off and Hardik Desai's coming in.
High definition. What can Hardik produce? Something. Anything. The Galaxy need magic.
He did produce that half chance to Shabaka, so he's the only one who's created any glimpse of a wicket.
And this time, that is skied. It's down there. And
It's
has he
taken.
taken it?
He's taken.
He has.
And
It's a
who's
good
the
catch.
fielder?
Let's see from here.
Matthew Comrie.
Well, he had class bowling the ball, and now he's shown some in the field. Good catch, Matthew Comrie. The breakthrough comes. Is it a little bit too late for the Galaxy? You never know with cricket. A collapse could be just around the corner, Al.
Anything's possible.
It is. I mean, I told the story last time I was on commentary here. My dad used to go to bed, and he would go to bed during these games versus Australia when Australia was at the height of their powers. And New Zealand Australia is always the biggest rivalry in our part of the world. And I would stay till the bitter end. And very occasionally, they would destroy us all the time, but very occasionally a miracle would happen. And it would be like 1 o'clock in the morning because they're playing in Australia. So it's very late New Zealand time. And my dad, and we would come away with this miracle win My dad would wake up in the morning and say, "What happened? I thought we were going to lose." And I would say, "That's why you shouldn't have gone to bed. Anything can happen in cricket. You never go to bed." And that's what could happen here.
Yeah, absolutely.
You never say never with cricket. The collapse could be around the
Sometimes
corner.
one brings two, right?
Yeah, for sure. Oh dear.
That's a big wide.
That's not the follow-up ball.
Well,
you
it's still
require.
his hat trick is still alive if he takes another wicket here.
Fair, that's fair. That's all
Can't
he was
you-
doing, just keeping the hat trick alive.
Yeah, and you need at least one to start the hat trick.
That's right. Oh, that's a great ball.
Great ball. Great ball. Cramped him for space.
Yep, he didn't have any reply to that one.
Now the hat trick's dead.
Now the hat trick's dead, but got the batsman thinking. That was a bouncy one. Came through to Mitchell at good pace.
Would you say that's something that you'd see at the Waka?
Yes. Not quite that tennis bally bounce at the whacker. Holy cow, and he's held out!
Oh, 2 in 1 over.
Here we go. What did we say? 1 brings 2.
And 2 brings 3.
2 brings 3. Come on now.
For
You
a second,
never-
it looked like Shabaka almost overran the ball, but he gathered himself really well.
Yep, and he actually placed himself perfectly. I think we even caught that one on camera. You could see in the deep, he was in the perfect spot, looking into the sun as well. The sun is right there.
Yeah, not bad for a keeper, right? To take one without the gloves.
That's for sure. And now the Galaxy are in business. This is what they needed about 3 overs ago.
Yeah, but here comes in another first-class player with the Obis Pinar, who isn't too shabby with the bat. See what I did there?
I do. That's good. That's good. Well, somewhat good.
But it's game on.
It is. 1 brings 2. Now 2 brings 3. This is how this game can swing. It's literally the story I was just telling. And it's coming to fruition in front of our eyes. Can they pull it back here? Another one. A big
Yeah.
blow. To get
So-
Obis would be big.
And there's still 3 deliveries left in this over.
Here he comes. HD.
High definition.
That's right. That's my new nickname for it. Oh, it's a beautiful
wow.
ball again.
Came in.
Just scooted that one away for a single, but that was a great ball.
Yeah, it kind of hurried him as well.
He's got surprising pace. You know, it's mostly medium-ish, but he definitely can roll the arm over for some medium quick for sure. Kind of just ambles in on his run
Well,
up. but
this is the
comes
wicket
out.
that the Galaxy need if they're going to have any sort of chance of
Well, yes.
curtailing the chase.
Oh,
That's well played.
again, well bowled as well. Just probing that good line and length area, which has brought the success in this over.
Yeah, it's the last ball. Let's see what happens. Can't be a loosener
That's for sure.
for the Galaxy's sake.
Pinar goes
Yeah.
hard at it again. No timing there whatsoever. Just plays that
Yeah.
down into the ground.
It did hurry him a bit.
He did. Like I said, the surprising pace is really coming to show there. Hardick. HD high definition. Great over. Two wickets from it. The breakthrough that the Galaxy needed finally comes. Morrisville are 95 for 2.
So the new batsman in that we didn't mention is Murli Krishna Ankaraju. And Isru is continuing from the forest end.
Oh, so they actually got both the openers there. It wasn't...
Oh, it wasn't. No, I think the Kandaswami's still in there, isn't he?
No.
Is the scorecard updating?
Yeah, scorecard is updated. Murli and Obasari.
There's another chance.
Nope, that one's landed safe, and it's
And
going
it's
to roll
4
for
runs.
4.
Yeah, you're right. They updated the scorecard.
So both openers are gone now. It's 2 new batters at the crease.
But that was a reprieve there a little bit.
Yes. Isuru will be licking the chops now to get his claws into 2 new batters. Goes
There's
for
a
it.
chance right there. Shabaka is again in the game.
He's under it. He's
They've
got it.
it.
Another great take.
Shabaka is in the game.
The Galaxy are in the game.
Not too shabby,
Not too shabby.
because it's just shabby.
Isuru strikes again
I
for the
think
Galaxy.
for the Galaxy. His first wicket.
Yes. Three down now for Morrisville. Still 52 to get. That is no small task. Plenty of class to come for the Raptors. But the Galaxy at least have given themselves a sniff. They've kicked the door back open after they slammed it closed pretty hard. Not just yet.
I wonder if we have any viewers in New Zealand and Australia. What time of day would it be there?
It would be, let's see, in New Zealand right now it is 8:52 a.m.
Oh, so they're just waking up
They are.
to a firecracker of a match,
They are. If you're just tuning into my homeland, I welcome you.
which would be hometown.
Auckland. Very boring. And come
Doesn't it
from-
sit on a caldera?
Oh yes, there's something like 30 dormant volcanoes in the one city, so it could be very exciting. But for the most part, it's not. Oh, Isuru, great start here. Pressure is on now for Morrisville. 2 new batsmen at the crease.
And 51 required.
That one again. Oh no.
Oh, easy single given.
Oh no. He's called back.
There was a little bit of hesitation there
There
with
was.
Bhaskar. If he would have looked straight at the bowler, there might have been a chance. But that was sloppy cricket by the Galaxy overall.
Gotta have that backed up. Again.
This is great
well
bowling by
done.
Isru.
I'd almost be tempted to bring Comrie back on at this point. But maybe after this is over
Oh,
from this.
freebie. That's a freebie.
Can't release the pressure like that. That's bad.
And that's in the neighborhood.
It's a massive 6. And it's bounced over the fence, I think.
There was no need for that. He went for a quicker delivery. Even Matul, the keeper, is having a chat with him
Yep.
about it. He was doing really well with the line and length that he was bowling.
Yep.
And
Just
there he
needed-
is. He just shook his hand at it. But it is what it is. It's done and dusted.
Yep. When something's working, you don't need to change it. If it's not broken, don't fix it. And it was not. So just a little pressure reliever there for the Raptors.
Yeah, I think if I was Nasir, I would continue with Hardik. Even though I think the spinners are ready to go, but the way Hardik has bowled his last over,
Yep.
he definitely
He
deserves another.
For sure. But from the
Looks
other end,
looks like we got a little heckle gallery / peanut gallery formed out there.
yes, there are a few beverages in by now, so that's always makes for good times. But yes, from the other end, from Isuru's end, from the bush end, I would definitely be tempted to give Comrie a crack. He was the only other bowler to give trouble to the batsman today, and I'd just love to see what he could do to the two newbies. Hardik,
Oh, great start.
right back where he was in the last over.
Yeah, seems like he's found his rhythm
Yep, top of off, just outside.
and facing two new batsmen.
That one's a bit wide, too wide. Smack down to the fielder down there at deep point.
For a long single.
Just a single.
Well, this is the danger man, and this is the wicket that the Galaxy are searching for with Obas Binar, who hit the last 6, I guess, to the next zip code over.
There's a good ball.
Yeah, that was really well bowled and well played.
That's the ball I was crying for when the openers were in. Never came.
Yeah, sometimes with these batsmen moving, the bowlers try to do, what they see on TV and
Yes.
follow them.
Yes.
When, just do the simple thing to your point earlier. Just aim for the leg stump as a Yorker length.
Yep. The thing is, those guys, those batsmen on TV, the pros are so far developed that the basics don't work, and so you have to do something clever. You have to do something a little bit different. As a bowler, you're trying to keep up with their innovation of moving. You're trying to keep up with it, but at this level, just bowling a stock Yorker is gonna be so deadly. That's all you need to do. Great length from HD in this over. He's bowled nice and full. They're trying to go at it, but he's just hitting it just right. It is hard to bowl full because bowling a little bit too full or a little bit not quite full enough are both terrible bowls. So bowling full is difficult. But if you can get it right consistently, it's great. That was a slower one, I think.
And
Managed to
got
pick it
4
up.
runs.
Yep. Managed to
All
pick
the
it up.
hard work released with that boundary. Because
Yep.
even if it had kept it to 1 run, it would have been a good over. But, because they
Yep.
took, what was it, 4 or 5 singles?
Yeah. Yes, unfortunate.
So,
But maybe a bit of tiredness. I know sometimes I would resort, playing out here, I would resort to a slower one off the last because I was just too tired to give my full effort into the 6th ball. So I'd be like, it hasn't worked so far. I'm a bit tired. Let me just toss a slow one in here for some variation. And that would often happen.
with 6 overs to go, they just need 37 runs. And there you go. You got your wish with Comrie coming in from
Yep.
the forest end.
There we go. They heard me for sure.
I think it's also partly because through his last delivery, he tried something different
Yeah.
and took on a huge shot.
Yes, partly could be that as well. If Isuru had bowled a sub 6 run over or got on a wicket, could be different. That's really
It's a
nice.
clever little shot. It's going to get him 2 runs.
Was that Obus?
Yep,
I think it
that's
was.
Obus.
Yeah. Showing some South African class there.
Yeah, lots of class in the Morrisville team. Seasoned cricketers, international level caliber cricketers.
Yep.
And then to have a superb academy, youth academy that kind of is the feeder system, definitely helps, right?
Do they get any native, when I say native, I mean, born Americans coming through that feeder system, or is it all imports?
Oh, what a shot. Glorious.
That is smashed into the next zip code.
Yeah, so they do. A lot of the kids in the TCL Academy are U.S. born.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, the U19 women's captain, Gitika Kodali, I believe her name is from the Morrisville area.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken, also born in the U.S.
Very good. That's the level that it needs to get to, in my opinion, just for the growth of the sport in this country. We need second and third generation born Americans to really, get exposure to their friends, and then you can grow the game to others in this country that maybe otherwise would be gravitating towards baseball or sports that are played more so in the States. They can get exposure to and see the beautiful game that we have. Those are the generations that are going to grow it.
Most people don't realize, right? From a bat and ball perspective, cricket is the first bat and ball sport that was played in the Americas.
Yes.
Right? So it is a little bit of lost history from that perspective, but a lot of the minor league teams do have players that are born in the U.S., kind of come through local academies or satellite academies.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the Galaxy with their youth players. Adam Khan, born in the U.S. Same thing with Bhaskar Ganashakti, born in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And Matthew Comrie.
Yep.
All U.S.-born citizens.
That's what it's going to take for sure. I mean, those are the generations that are going to grow it. It's not really up to our generations to teach it. It's going to be those guys that have their friends that will be able to come to the games. Their friends that'll be like, hey, this is a pretty cool sport too.
Yeah, and even locally, we have on the women's side, Sasha, who plays for who's based out of Orlando, was awarded a emerging player contract through USA Cricket and Newbury Cricket.
Wow.
So for the next year, she's quote unquote a brand ambassador for Newbury Cricket.
That's fantastic.
As a U19 player on the women's side. Again, born in the U.S.
Oh, just a little wide there
Yeah,
from
a little
Comrie.
bit too wide. Just trying to make sure he's outside the arc,
Yes,
the hitting arc of
indeed.
Obus. He's a very tall man, so you can understand why Matthew went wide.
Well, yes. I mean, he'd just been smashed right back over his head. That'll definitely do it.
Yeah, but that was a great hit.
Oh, yes. That was pure timing and strength. It might have hit that tree up there on the bank on the full.
Yeah. I think a few people have gone looking for the ball
Yep.
from the spectators.
Yeah, we had a ball replacement. We didn't mention that, but they couldn't find it. This time he goes. with the
Easy
flat
2
back
runs.
shot.
Nope.
Nope, just the
Rohit
single.
got to it.
But it seems with Obus at the crease, they're back in cruise control again. They really, if the Galaxy really want to have a sniff here.
Yeah,
It's
they're
gonna-
making it just easy, way too easy.
Yes, that breakthrough needed to happen maybe 3 or 4 overs earlier to have any real shot, I think.
Yeah, just under 5 runs and over needed, so no big shots or risks need to be taken.
No.
And that's another single.
Yep, just easy, niggling it around. Barely even need to get bat on it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see exactly what happened with that caught behind appeal, which the keeper and the bowler, when the openers were in, seemed 100% certain,
It did.
but unfortunately was not given for the Galaxy's perspective, and fortunately for the Raptors.
Yes, I'll be very interested to see what Mitchell says when I go down there after the game. And
So it looks like Isru switched ends,
Yep.
coming from the recreation side. See what he has up his sleeve from this end.
it definitely, he didn't warrant being taken off completely, so I definitely get it. And HD had more than earned another shot from this end. He didn't make it pay off, but the 3 bowlers that have bowled the last 5-ish overs have been the most effective for the Galaxy today, so no harm in trying. That's a nice ball.
Yeah, it's a good ball.
Not quite close. That fielder is not in close enough for my liking, though.
Yeah, but it's also the grass, right? So still
Yeah, I
not-
mean that's why he's not in close enough for my liking. I would like him maybe another. I almost in a catching position. He's far too far out there. That's the kind of aggressiveness that's required at this point. Is both the onside and leg side field and offside fielders are
that should be out.
too close.
That should be out.
And it is. Good
I
catch
could-
down there in the deep.
I couldn't see it, but I knew there was a fielder there. That's Sarnam Patel. I believe is that Sarnam Patel?
Let's see.
Sure looks like him.
Well, who was
Yeah.
that? Was that
So
Obus?
that is Obus's wicket that they were searching for.
There it is. Again, if they had just had these breakthroughs 3 or 4 overs earlier with 20, 30 more runs to play with.
Yeah, about
Could
20 more
definitely be a
runs would
deal.
make a difference.
Yes.
But hey, this is cricket, like you said.
Yep.
There's about 4.5 overs to go, so
This-
anything is possible.
This is about the time when my dad would have gone to bed.
There's
So-
a good view of Obus taking his kid off.
Yep.
Explaining what he thought he was going to do and
Yep.
what actually happened.
Yep. He's not happy with the outcome.
But again, there was no need for that kind of shot. You know, you're at 4.5 and over.
Yep.
Just knock it around. There's plenty of singles on the offer.
That's why he's frustrated at himself. Like you could see on his face just then, it was, he's like, I could have taken this home right here, and now
Maybe he has a braai to go to.
maybe.
For those who don't know what a braai is, it's a barbecue.
South Africans love their barbecue.
They do make some good jerky or biltong.
Biltong. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button, but that's another good single.
Again, the fielder needed to go directly to the ball, and he went around the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Attacked the ball a lot more.
This is partially what I'm saying here is I want these 2 inner fielders. I wish I had a telestrator to show you. The right and the left, close in. Much closer. Attacking positions. Really just deterring that
Right
shot
there.
right there. Deterring that shot right there. That is exactly why I would have both those guys right in close. They're not doing anything right there. They're not deterring a single, which is what you want. And they're not really stopping anything else. So to have them being that far back, it just does nothing. It just
Yeah.
gives them an easy outlet valve to push into
It's a wide ball.
when they're feeling pressure. And I hate that. As an aggressive captain, what I want is no easy singles in there. Force them to take boundaries, even though they can win this in singles. If they win it in boundaries from here, go for it.
Oh,
And he
how did
tried
that
to
miss
go
the
for it.
wickets?
How did he?
Yeah.
That's the shot I want him to play, though.
Yeah.
You know, as a bowler and as a fielding side, that's the shot you want him to play. You don't want him just pushing it around and, little cuts to death.
Yeah, but the smart cricketer should cut him death
The
by
smart
1,000
cricketer
cuts,
should. A death by 1,000 cuts. I agree. And that's what they're doing right there,
which is the right thing to do.
which is the right thing to do, but their fielding positions are not aggressive enough for me. I want that guy in much closer. Make him feel like no matter where I niggle it around to, there's no single there.
Yeah, so they're down to 19 required of 4 overs.
Exactly.
And the new batsman we didn't mention was Colin Archibald. He's their wild card player from Morrisville, from the Caribbean. He's got some heat, Caribbean Calypso heat. Also very good and handy with the bat.
Well, he doesn't need to be the way that the Galaxy are content to just let them push it around. You just got to push it around. That's the part that I
So it looks like
don't like.
Comrie is going to continue from the far forest end.
Mm-hmm. This could be his last over, I think.
Yep, it's his last over. He's gone 3 overs, 28 at a 9.3 economy rate.
I mean, it's one of those things where the stats don't really tell you how well he has bowled.
I would agree with that. It's a little bit of a misnomer. And I'm surprised that did he just put on a helmet for a spinner?
Did.
That's some respect.
It is. Oh,
That should be out.
it's up. That's in the air. He can't quite get there. Unlucky. He came a long way in.
Yeah,
He
he
was
did.
right back for the boundary, and he made it to the 30-yard circle, but not. It bounced just inside.
Yeah, that was a good try by Nasir Khan.
It was.
A good, I'd say, 25 yards?
Oh, definitely. He crossed as much ground as he could have. He was hauling it, but he didn't quite make it.
Down to 18 required.
There we go. That's the pressure.
Well, it's the pressure on the fielder as well.
It's pressure on the fielder, but as a fielding side in this scenario, you have to take that pressure. I want you to be close enough where they are. You have to be on your game as a fielder, but they have to really question whether they want to take that single or not.
No, I agree with you 100%. Should be a lot closer. 17 to go. Oh,
That's not the ball they were looking for. These are not the balls you are looking for, sir. Well, and they're coming back for 2. Oh!
And they made it.
Made it, man.
And that's on the fielder. He took a stroll to the ball
Yep,
when the batsman actually took advantage of that.
yep.
So that's sloppy on part of the Galaxy.
Man, it was a close second run, though. It was very well judged in the running.
Yeah, brings the target down to 14.
Now it's becoming ever increasingly easier. The fielding is not aggressive enough for me. I would have been so much more fighting for every run. Make the big shots to get it over me. I would much rather lose in 10 overs by them blasting it than by these little niggly shots.
Yeah, he's still trying to blast it. It's just missed timing, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
And the
saw-
big shots are not coming off. That's why I would want him to do it. I'd almost be tempted to take all the fielders off the boundary. And that might sound crazy, but I would way rather them trying to hit over and hit out and mistime it as they have been than by these just ones and twos that are killing it.
Yeah, down to 11.
Yep. And that's all it's going to take.
So the question is, will they get it done by the end of the, what is it, 17th over?
That's where I'd bring everybody in off the boundary right now.
So 18th over?
Look at the amount of times he is swinging and missing. It's just crazy to me. I don't know. I've never been a captain, but I've played a lot of cricket since I was about 3 years old, and from what I've seen, that's the way I'd want to go down. It's just too easy. Ones and twos. Gonna win them this game. Bring everybody in the circle.
Yeah, down to 10 runs with 3 overs to go. 6 wickets in hand. Looks like Isru is going to continue from the recreation end.
And he should. And he should have no protection. Absolutely. Make them hit over the top. Pretend it's a power play. If you really want somebody, put somebody in cow corner, long on, make him hit it.
So as the series goes, and the result hold as Morrisville looks to close out this match, it'll be a 0-3 deficit for the Galaxy versus Morrisville.
I mean, that's fair. They're a great team. They got a lot of talent. They've showed it here today. Galaxy are a growing team. Oh, that looks close. He walked back. He did. He got him.
Yeah, that was dead middle.
Yep.
The batsman shouldn't be questioning anything on that.
He walked back, and from our point of view, that was cannoning into the top of middle.
Again, not required, right?
Yep.
But
that's what I'm saying. You make him make these shots that are not required. Make him take these. Otherwise, you can just niggle it home, and I hate that. I would rather they were going out like that, trying to swing it for the fences. Make these middle and lower order players try and swing us home rather than, oh, I can push it into a gap here, I can push it into a gap there. No, I want him to push it over the ring. If he can do that, good on him. But show me something other than just, oh, I can niggle it into the gap on the onside, niggle it into this gap on the leg on the offside. Like, that kind of shot is what's going to give you any kind of hope as the Galaxy. In a what is at this point a more or less hopeless game. That is what you go for. Abraham Bolasetti.
Ibrahim Bolasetti.
Aha. Ibrahim. Is the new batter. And he's going to do what everybody else has been able to do. Just
Yeah, but
push
you
it
saw
around.
that the fielder was much closer this time, to your point.
Yeah, but that long on should be mid on. He hasn't shown me anything. What has this guy shown me? Nothing.
All right. It's going to be a big swipe. Either it's a 6 or he's going to get a single. What's your prediction?
I'm guessing single. Oh, unless that's gonna be. Oh, it was 6.
Yep.
Well, technically you didn't guess, so you can't be right because you didn't make a prediction. You should have said.
Well, I did say it was going to be a big swing.
You did say it was gonna be a swing and a 6 or a single, so that was good on your part.
Hedging
for
my
sure.
bets.
Yep. but that's what I want. Make him swing.
Yeah,
If he beats me with sixes, he beats me with sixes.
Yeah,
Good
he's
on
looking
him.
for the highlight reel finish.
He is.
3 runs to go. I don't blame him.
Nope. Oops.
And there you go. He got it.
Did he get all of it? He did. That
So
is
done and dusted.
halfway up the bank. And it's over.
Morrisville takes a 3-0 lead against the Orlando Galaxy with 5-wicket victory and 2.1 overs or 2 overs to spare.
Yep. Just not enough runs on the board, unfortunately. The Galaxy got off to a start that they would have been somewhat pleased with, I think.
Yeah.
Mitchell and Nasir
I would
set a
agree.
platform.
Yeah, it's been the story for the Galaxy where the openers have definitely set a platform for their middle order and top order batsmen, but they just haven't been able to capitalize on that start from the power play.
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen runs kind of dry up in the middle overs and then have a slight uptick towards the death overs, but by then it's the proverbial damage is done, and they do leave 20 to 30 runs on the deck.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part, is they do such a good job of coming out of the gate with Nasir and Mitchell Patel, and then they just don't have the support. I mean, Dimitri played well today, but he took too long to be able to get to a position where he was really hitting it. I mean, he finished 44 not out, but the damage was done in the middle overs where he struggled with the slower bowlers, and then he had no support. And that's like, as you say, that's been the story of the season.
Yeah, and it's a learning process.
It
This
is.
is the Galaxy's second season, like almost all the minor league teams. Some did get a quote unquote dry run with the exhibition season, which the Galaxy were unfortunately weren't able to get off due to COVID. But overall, season 2, lots of learning that's been kind of gleaned off.
Lots of
the
young guys on
experiences.
this team too. Lots of promising young guys
Yeah.
on this team. So
And there's a lot more younger guys knocking on the door. So
Yep.
The future is bright for the Galaxy, but just not the present.
that'll about do us here today from the Silver Star Recreation Center in Orlando, Florida. I have been Oliver Pettit with Raul Joshi, and we will see you guys back here tomorrow. Thank you.
You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.